in Washington, where the Department of Justice has just announced the results of a 2-week effort to crack down on fraud.
Mr. Hilmi was arrested after perpetrating a multi-billion-dollar fraud in Turkey, apprehended and transferred back to the United States of America while he faced prosecution.
Imagine this. You're accused of being connected to a massive $3.7 billion fraud investigation. Then suddenly, you disappear. Authorities across multiple countries begin searching for you. Months pass, questions grow, rumors spread, and then everything changes. The hunt may finally be over. This is the unbelievable story of Ibrahim Khaldoon Hilmi and the capture that's making headlines around the world. Imagine vanishing while authorities around the world are searching for you. Imagine being linked to a financial scandal worth billions of dollars. And then, after months of speculation, investigations, and international attention, the man at the center of it all is finally caught. Today, we're taking a closer look at the dramatic case surrounding Ibrahim Khaldoon Hilmi, the individual investigators say was connected to a staggering alleged fraud scheme valued at approximately $3.7 billion. How did this case become so massive? How did investigators track him down? And what could happen next? Let's break it all down. Financial fraud cases happen every year. But every once in a while, a case emerges that is so large that it captures global attention. According to investigators, the alleged scheme linked to Ibrahim Khaldoon Hilmi involved transactions worth billions of dollars. Authorities claim the operation stretched across multiple jurisdictions and involved complex financial movements that made tracking the money extremely difficult. When numbers start reaching into the billions, investigators don't just look at individual transactions. They begin examining entire networks, financial records, business relationships, digital communications, and every possible connection that could reveal where the money went. As details emerged, the scale of the investigation reportedly expanded, attracting attention from law enforcement agencies and financial regulators. And that's when the pressure began to build. Once authorities intensified their efforts, attention quickly shifted to one major question. Where was Ibrahim Khaldoon Hilmi? Reports suggest investigators were working around the clock to locate him. Tracking a high-profile suspect isn't like what you see in the movies. It's not just helicopters and dramatic car chases. Modern investigations rely heavily on digital footprints, travel records, financial activity, communication data, and information shared between agencies around the world. Every clue matters, every lead gets followed, and every mistake made by a fugitive can become the breakthrough investigators need. For a period of time, uncertainty surrounded his whereabouts. That uncertainty only fueled public interest. People wanted answers, and authorities wanted results. Large-scale investigations often take months or even years. Investigators build timelines, analyze documents, interview witnesses, and piece together evidence one fragment at a time. In cases involving alleged financial crimes, following the money can be one of the most powerful tools available. Money leaves trails, transactions create records, and even the most sophisticated schemes can leave behind clues. According to reports, authorities continued gathering information until they were finally able to narrow down their search. Then came the moment everyone had been waiting for. The suspect was located, and the operation moved into its final phase. When news broke that Ibrahim Khaldoon Hilmi had been captured, it quickly spread across media outlets and social platforms. For many observers, it marked a major turning point in the investigation. The arrest represented more than just finding one individual. It was seen as a significant milestone in a much larger effort to uncover what investigators believe was a massive financial operation. Questions immediately followed. Would additional suspects be identified? Would more assets be recovered? Would new evidence emerge? Those answers may only come through continued investigations and legal proceedings. But one thing was certain. The story was far from over. A billion-dollar fraud case isn't just about numbers on a screen. Financial crimes of this scale can have real-world consequences. Businesses can suffer losses. Investors can be affected. and confidence in financial systems can be shaken. That's why governments and regulators treat these cases so seriously. The larger the alleged scheme, the greater the effort required to uncover the truth. Cases involving international transactions are particularly challenging because investigators may need cooperation from multiple countries. Every jurisdiction has different rules, laws, and procedures. That complexity can slow investigations, but it can also reveal just how determined authorities are to follow a case wherever it leads. Now that the suspect has reportedly been captured, the focus shifts to the legal process. Investigators will continue reviewing evidence. Prosecutors will determine how they intend to proceed, and courts will ultimately decide what conclusions are supported by the evidence presented. It's important to remember that allegations are not convictions. The legal system exists to examine facts, evaluate evidence, and determine responsibility through due process. As the case develops, more details could emerge about how the alleged scheme operated and whether additional individuals were involved. The coming months could reveal far more than what is currently known. The story of Ibrahim Khaldoon Hilmi has become one of the most talked about financial investigations linked to an alleged multi-billion-dollar fraud. From the enormous sums involved to the international search and eventual capture, the case contains all the elements of a real-world financial thriller. But beyond the headlines, the most important chapter may still lie ahead, because now comes the process of uncovering exactly what happened, who was involved, and what the evidence ultimately proves. As more information becomes available, the world will be watching closely. What do you think? Will this investigation uncover an even bigger network? Or is the biggest revelation already behind us? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next major story.